This is BBC News. I'm James Reynolds. The headlines at 8 o'clock. President Biden says he's imposing sanctions against Russia, which go far beyond those put in place after Russia annexed Crimea. That's in response to Moscow's actions in eastern Ukraine.
Who in the Lord's name does Putin think gives him the right to declare new so-called countries on territory that belong to his neighbors? This is a flagrant violation of international law and demands a firm response from the international community.
Russian soldiers head to the border as the country's parliament votes to allow President Putin to deploy Russian soldiers abroad.
The deployment of these forces in sovereign Ukrainian territory amounts to a renewed invasion of that country.
In response, sanctions are announced in Europe and the US, targeting Russian banks and dozens of prominent Russian individuals. In other news, underwater in York, more than 80 flood warnings remain in place in England and Wales. Scotland's COVID rules will come to an end in a month, and until then, masks will still be required. And the 170-million-year-old fossil found on the Isle of Skye, that of a huge flying reptile. Good evening and welcome to BBC News. In the past hour, President Biden has accused Russia of flagrant violation of international law after Vladimir Putin's decision to send troops across the border into two regions of eastern Ukraine. Speaking at the White House, Mr. Biden said that Russia's move was the beginning of an invasion. The president also announced a raft of US sanctions targeting banks and Russian international trade. Let's hear some of what the president had to say.
Who in the Lord